So there was a mishap at our last D&D session.
Yeah, we didn't get too far.
Putting it lightly.
We just started the dungeon that Kevin had arranged for us that evening.
After finishing our succulent meal from Sheets.
Yeah.
It was so good.
We got food from Sheets. Everyone's getting ready. We're into the dungeon. I'm DMing this one, and we're going to talk a bit about this campaign. But while we're playing, often upstairs at our host's home, we will hear like a thud and then somebody yelling at the dog.
Yeah, the dog's getting to no good.
Yeah.
The dog, typical dog stuff.
Occasional, like, drop a glass or something,
Yeah.
you know, and it's
The
just
fuzz
like...
butts are rambunctious.
It's nice, like, you hear, like... Occasionally, it's like you hear shattering, then it's just like, there's nothing happening, and then it's, okay, they swept it up, everything's fine.
And then this last week, we are starting the game, and we hear, I would say, 2 crashes, one right after the other.
We hear a large thud and then a glass breaking. Mm-hmm. And we kind of hold our breaths like, oh...
We all look, yeah.
It was probably one of the dogs.
You give it the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, you give it a moment. And then we gave it the moment, and there was a blood-curdling scream from one of the she-folk upstairs that still haunts me to this day.
Yeah.
And
Because
all of us go white.
She is screaming also. She's not just like, ah! She's screaming, and she's trying to say words, and the words that come clear are blood, and he's not breathing.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Stuff you don't want to fucking hear.
Yeah.
So half of our unit immediately rushes upstairs. Thankfully, I had the foresight to understand too many cooks spoils the broth.
Yeah.
So I hung back, and I just prepared to move shit out of the way when the ambulance inevitably shows up.
We went upstairs, and...
I didn't even really... I just kind of, like... After the scream, I was, like, literally finishing washing my hands, because I ate my disgusting, delicious burger.
Yeah.
But after that scream, like... I just started sprinting up the stairs. I was just like, I don't know what I'm going to do, but I'm here. Like, and yeah.
I mean, most of us who I've talked to about this don't quite remember how it went down.
Yeah.
I just remember locking eyes with Justin and both of us having this realization, we don't need to go up there right now. 3 other people went up there.
Yeah.
So, a family member of our host.
Our host's father has fallen down
on his face
in like a Family Guy pose.
It was
apparently there was so much blood.
It was a literal puddle.
He had a pool of blood around his head.
Yeah.
He was unconscious and not breathing.
Brutal.
And so
D&D night went south pretty quick.
Yeah, it was pretty hectic.
We didn't get back to that dungeon.
No, we did not.
It's okay. We walked through it. We had 911 on the phone, and
thankfully, our boy Will knew CPR.
Yeah,
he's doing chest compressions. Yeah,
me and Will we flipped him over. I don't know CPR. Will was in the military. He's had like some experience and training with that. Like, so he starts doing compressions.
Yeah,
but he's not, chill either in this situation. And then
if you can believe it, we're all pretty amped.
Yeah, and then I'm doing can you hear me? Can you hear me? Like, squeeze my hand if you can hear me. Like, hey, just trying to explain to the very confused man why he's on the floor.
Before he regained consciousness, he did start breathing again, and unfortunately, he was doing the worst kind of breathing that you can do. In a medical situation, which I would call gurgling.
Yeah, I heard the gurgles and I thought, oh no.
Yeah.
This isn't a good one.
Oh no.
This is a bad one.
It was pretty intense, but with teamwork, Will did it, and he kept squeezing my hand, so we knew it was working.
We flipped him. We got everything going.
Emergency folk showed up, took over.
It was quite a night.
Yeah.
And he's fine now.
Yes.
In fact, he was angry they were trying to take him out of his home.
Yeah. He was like,
it was very funny.
Yeah, it was pretty. He's like, why am I going again?
It was very reassuring that he was like annoyed.
Yeah. He kept telling them, just tell me where to go. I'll drive myself.
Yeah.
Keep in mind, he has fallen down stairs onto a marble floor. The hardest, most unforgiving floor you can imagine. And on what he has fallen is the glass he held in his hand.
Oh,
there is broken glass and marble beneath him, and he smashed into that.
And literally the bones in his face broke. If I understand correctly. Yeah, he had a surgery for that shit.
Yeah.
Like, it was...
Fucking
But he's good now.
He's fine, though.
He's good now.
It's worked out.
Crisis avoided. But definitely a very interesting way to end D&D night.
But we didn't get to finish the session.
I know.
Obviously.
I'm gonna bitch right at him.
You did this!
Falling down the stairs. We were just getting into it.
And with that, welcome back to Scryer's Room. I am your host, Famfare.
I'm Kevin.
I'm Mario.
And if you enjoy the nature of this content, go and give us a like and subscribe on YouTube. You can go and give me a follow on Blue Sky, and you can support us on our Patreon. Today, we're going to talk about our new D&D campaign that Kevin is DMing.
That's right. I DM'd a previous campaign in this setting that I made up.
Amelin?
Amelin is the name of the town that it's all in.
Okay.
Yeah. And in that campaign, it was everybody was in like the frontier, and they're joining the Adventurers Guild and doing all these little quests. And this one, at the end of that one, essentially they used time travel to fix the past so that evil clown god wouldn't take over the world eventually. So this campaign takes place in that new fixed timeline.
Very fun.
And the other one was just like, oh, you guys join the Adventurers Guild, and then I just figured it out as I went along. The bad guys changed a couple of times. But who was supposed to be the final boss of that campaign, who ended up just being sort of a mini-boss late in the game, was an evil wizard that I called Bowerzog.
I love Bowerzog.
Bowerzog, he speaks like if General Grievous was just kind of a loser.
Accurate. I never put two and two together.
And I love him. I love him so much. And this campaign is the minions of Bowerzog. See, everyone wants to join Evil Wizard's army because he's the most powerful evil wizard. He can give you money, fame, influence, power, all the things. You just have to try to join him. And the premise of the campaign is he puts on a big test to see if you're worthy of becoming his minion. And everybody has conglomerated in this city with a bunch of other people that are trying to also become his minions, and you have to like do his bidding, and then when you succeed, you will become a minion of Bowerzog.
It's super fun because we first encountered one of his underlings, Doyle the Droll, who was a very extra man.
I love Doyle. And
he did the introductions for our party and kind of gathered us together into a party. And the task that Doyle gave us is that each of us has to acquire a deed that has to be completed, and every member of our party has to have one of these completed deeds with them and then present them to the sorting hat, basically, to be accepted into Bowerzog's legions. But each group is only given one deed.
Yeah.
So we have to fight or outfox the other parties and take their deeds, either completed or complete them ourselves, and then present them all together to be able to join as a group to Bowerzog's legions.
Yeah, it's like, we don't have to kill him, but most of us are cool with it in the party. So
yeah, this is
it's only really one person who doesn't really want to do that.
If you haven't noticed, this is very much an evil campaign. We don't play a lot of evil campaigns. Some of our characters might end up being evil in a campaign, but we don't play any that are like flavored as, oh, you guys are just evil.
This one pretty much is.
Yeah, this one is flavored as you are just. We are serving the evil wizard Bowerzog. We want to be his minions. So it's time to fuck shit up and take names.
So one of my favorite things. This is one of the things that almost killed me. I have a terrible time DMing because I think of clever little ideas that I really like, and whether or not everyone else likes it is kind of irrelevant.
Yeah,
they typically will, and I want them to like it, but really, I really like it. And one of the ones that I really enjoyed. So in the previous campaign, they had to form a group at the Adventurers Guild, and they had to give it a name. But nobody had any ideas for names, so they used a generator, like an online name generator type thing.
Yeah.
And the name for their party that they came up with was that they would be the Vulgar Alliance.
I love it.
And they got really into it. Justin designed what's it? Not a shield.
Like a crest?
Yeah, like a crest for the Vulgar Alliance.
Like a gilded V and an A.
Yeah, and a gang sign for it.
Yeah, we kept throwing up VA gang signs.
Yeah, it was so much fun. But the Vulgar Alliance doesn't exist in this timeline. Instead, part of fixing the previous timeline was there were only 4 heroes in the original past, and then fixing the timeline, one of their characters, Justin's character, Xander, he went back in time and he joined the heroes party, so now there were 5 members. And so, in this version of this universe, the 5-man group is like a sacred number. and it's very like well respected, and everyone knows like if you form a group, 5 is like a really solid number, like the heroes party. And Doyle he was like telling them like how to become groups and become minions of Bauerzog. I'm going to do his voice. I can't
You have to.
He told them that each of you must form a group of 5 so that you may profane the hero's party. And when you form a group of 5 who will work together, you will bind with each other in a vulgar alliance.
And we were like, he said the thing! He said the thing! We started losing our minds.
Yeah. For like 4 weeks during like the pre-planning process of this, I'm just shaking, trying not to
spoil it. Kevin loves spoiling. If you haven't noticed on this podcast, Kevin loves spoiling.
I love spoiling. I can't help it. I have such... I said it before, I think, a insult to you, the strength of my weakness. It's so powerful.
I love it. But yeah, so our cast of characters, I guess we're gonna go. We had mentioned previously that there's like a scale of like serious to cartoon of our characters. So we're gonna start on the serious end here. Will, you'll remember him from a previous episode of the podcast. He was a guest before when we were talking about From Software. He is playing probably the most serious branded character, Maltharion.
Yes.
Who is a bit of an edgelord. I think this is Will's first like edgelord character, at least that I've encountered in D&D. Typically he plays like
he's a
solid characters, but like this character is like
he like put a lot of effort into it. He made like a whole backstory for
and I'm not being disparaging.
No.
Yeah. I just mean literally he's like when you think of like an evil paladin kind of character, like a blackguard almost. Like that's verbatim his character.
Yeah.
And his goal is like power,
fucking shit up.
His character's backstory is power so that if he's betrayed again, he like can handle himself and not just like fall victim to like the world that has like turned its back on him, which is classic stuff.
Yeah.
His backstory is essentially he worked on a boat with his friend Warwick, and Warwick, because he knew like they were transporting like a super powerful magical artifact, something really valuable. He was like just trying to like implant the idea in Maltharion's mind, like if you're strong enough to take something, it's right and good if you take it because you're the strongest, therefore you're right. It's up to you. And then Warwick took that shit and like framed Maltharion for stealing the artifact. And because, Tony, you're playing a bard.
Yeah.
Genuinely, one of the songs that, like, Raberta knows is, like, Warwick the Innocent.
Yeah. That's good. It was like the something Warwick. Yeah. I have it in my notes.
It's wonderful.
Which, should I write that up at one point, or is
I
that
would love for you to do that.
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll make up something. Give me the spark notes as to what the actual instance was.
Because then you can embellish from there,
Yeah, and then I'll use the troll will. That'll be good.
And then Justin's pretty serious too.
He's a pretty straightforward character.
He's pretty serious.
He's playing him like he's like naive.
Yeah.
Or like about certain things.
His character's Flora, wizard.
He's a wizard, I think Eladrin?
Yes.
Who essentially lives... The Eladrin in this setting live in like a little pocket of where the Feywild bleeds into reality. So like they're sort of cut off from everybody else unless they want to go out. So his character's a little bit more naive than everybody else. He doesn't have like the same kind of worldliness. And he wants to play a good character, I believe. Like this is a guy who by the end of this campaign it'll be certain that he's probably a good guy.
Yeah, he's not as willing to fuck shit up as the rest of us.
He wants to join Bauerzog for information about bad guys that he does not care for.
Okay.
A pretty like similar story of an artifact was stolen, and now there's like a group of radicalized dudes in his homeland who are pissed off about that stolen artifact, and he wants that artifact, and he wants to do good. But because he's like less serious, part of his deal is like he in literally the last session, like while he needed to distract people, he just was going around like rejuvenating like the ornamental grass and stuff around this dwarf city and throwing bouquets.
Yeah, I guess handing out bouquets of flowers to people because you can just grow them.
Yay!
Like, oh, look at that go, look at the elf go.
And then we have the midpoint of our silliness.
Which is Rob's character, whose full name is Hears the Voice of All Things. He is a monk. He is a halfling monk.
And he goes by Harry.
I love that so much. Like, and the way he like played it, like it gave me the impression that he hates his fucking name. He doesn't like being called "Here's the voice of all things." Just please just call me Harry.
Yeah, but he's essentially a homeless like maybe by choice, but like maybe not. But he was like raised by monks to survive.
Yeah.
And he's willing to do like anything for money, so like greed will like influence a lot of his actions. But he's also kind of silly in like all of his ways. I mean, Rob's playing him, so it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Harry's basically just from like Always Sunny.
Yeah,
like he's like, what if Frank was a monk?
I was gonna say, what if Frank was a monk? Yeah, that's
he likes
basically
scheming,
Harry.
He likes doing little traps and tricks.
But he's not a bad guy.
Yeah,
he's just kind of skeevy.
He'll take advantage of the situation. But it's like
like there was another guy that they found who had a deed, but he was dying. He was bleeding out. And then, like, once he, like, and seemingly died, Harry was like, all right, we take the deed. But then, like, just in case, he just reaches over and grabs his chin and just real quick jerk and...
Okay. Yeah, finish the deal.
Making sure.
Just definite.
Yeah. No ambiguity here.
Which leads us to the silly...
Now the scales have tipped.
The silly half, coincidentally, is populated by these two right here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I have rehashed probably my favorite character, Raberta La Punnie.
So an interesting thing that I've been able to do in this campaign, because it is like a timeline thing where like time travel changed, so this universe is different, I get to basically populate this campaign with a lot of like Easter eggs of the last campaign and some of the same characters who are now in different situations. Time travel changed them. Mm-hmm. Now in the first campaign, Raberta and... Bruce Leroy and Bastien Tessard were an adventuring group who were in town for the festival that was going on because the super famous adventurers came back from a successful like mission.
And those are characters that he cameoed for a campaign that Brody, the DM,
from Curse of Strahd, exactly. Because at the end of Curse of Strahd, basically those three went off to continue adventuring and doing things. Mm-hmm. So I thought it'd be fun to like put them as an Easter egg, which means they exist in this timeline, which means in this new timeline they also exist. And so Raberta in this timeline, Tony is playing again.
And her motivation... So in the original iteration of Raberta, the character was chaotic neutral.
Yeah.
She was very self-centered. Her motivation, it was actually her flaw, was she would do anything to become famous.
Yeah.
And her motivation was to be the most famous singer-dancer in the land. Which is an interesting place to start that adventure in Barovia, but
where there is no joy to be had.
Roberta's dump stat was intellect, and I played her accordingly.
Yeah.
This current iteration of Roberta actually has 4 more intellect. Haha, so I get to be smart this time, at least a little bit. I just don't have to be completely airheaded. And but Raberta this time is just evil. Yeah. I did not make any...
I mean, by the end of the first campaign, she was evil.
Yeah, I should have mentioned that.
Soul.
Yeah, I sold my soul to have a fatter ass. But my charisma was 24, so I'll have you know...
It was pretty good.
Pretty fat ass. But yeah, I was totally evil by the end of the campaign. I remember specifically there's an artifact that we were like looking for, like the Dawnblade or whatever.
Yeah, and you have to pass through like a door that only good aligned characters can pass through.
And my ass was like, well, I can walk through the fucking door. And then Pop, no. Like, what do you mean I'm evil?
You sold your soul to the... But you also sold your soul to the devil like 4 hours before that.
I really did. It was like immediately before that.
It happened like in such quick thing, and you were like, what? How could this be?
What do you mean?
So in this campaign, what's her backstory?
So in this campaign, Roberta's backstory is that once again she wants to be the most famous singer-dancer in all the land, and she has delusions of grandeur. So the rabbit people in Kevin's setting do not have like a royalty. They're very much kind of like gypsy-esque, like nomad wanderers. They don't have a land of their own. Raberta is convinced that she is actually the secret hidden royalty of the rabbit people, don't you know, and that all of them should actually serve her. There is no basis or reason or proof behind this besides her own, I said so.
Yeah, this is very much just her projecting, because in my head, so part of this setting that I have is I want anybody to be able to play anything, so a lot of the world isn't totally fleshed out, so I can add things to it. And one of the things that I added to it so that everybody could play, like, I mean, two people come from, like, species that are, like, Feywild species. Mm-hmm. So I have the bleeds, where those, like, planes sort of bleed over. And the rabbits they move between the bleeds to the Feywild. They just, travel like nomads between them. But also, nomads are normally pretty good about keeping their history. If they weren't, they'd keep, like, falling into the same area where, like, oh, they kill all of us when we go over
Yeah, they're pretty good at recording where and they're not allowed.
So they definitely know they don't have a princess.
Yeah. They're every one of the rabbit peoples is extremely aware and cognizant that there is no royal line. We don't do that here.
Yeah.
Not Raberta. Raberta's actually a princess, don't you know? And if you disagree, you're a bad man. We need to beat you up. And so Raberta's motivation in joining the minions of Barazog is to have a backer in her claim of being the queen of the rabbit people, and intends to violently subjugate all the rabbits who disagree with her.
Because she's still good.
It's going to be quite the ride. We'll see how it goes. Just the cute pink rabbit in a beret, dancing and singing and subjugating.
Which brings us to the far end of the scale.
Yeah, if you thought that wasn't cartoony enough, if you thought that wasn't silly enough, no, there is a way to go even farther beyond.
There is. Mario.
I've stated it before. I come up with a dumb theme, and then I roll with it.
I love it.
It's so good.
And the last campaign we played with Brody, I just randomly decided to play a GIF, which is the hippo space people.
Yes.
Who are inexplicably experts with guns and explosives.
It makes no sense.
And
why are hippos good with guns?
And sail the phlogiston, which is the gas in between the crystal, or it's a whole thing.
Yeah, a space hippo.
And then I just really ended up liking GIF because they're just fucking weird. And
they really are.
They really are.
But then I was like, okay, I already did Gunman Ranger build. I haven't done a rogue in a long time. Let me make like an assassin. I kind of just made him like on the spot almost. And then I was like, what would be a dumb weird thing to do? And I was like, can I be a Dampier, but a GIF Dampier? And Kevin was like, sure.
Yeah.
Why not?
God bless.
So he's a half vampire, which is basically what a Dampier is, GIF. And the joke is that he's a reverse hippo. So instead of having like super stubby legs and like a giant like stout body, he's instead got like a very thin like wiry torso and like really creepy long like Slender Man.
He's the ghoul. Limbs. He's a ghoul of a hippo man.
He's a slender man with like you imagine like a pygmy hippo head, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
He has the Mudang face.
Yeah.
I never imagined Mudang, but now I do.
Yeah, it's very instead of like because he's a reverse hippo, he doesn't have the huge snout. It's smashed in like a pug.
Oh no!
Have you ever seen Mudang with its mouth open? Any of the pygmy hippos?
Yeah,
they're still terrifying.
Yeah, they'll fuck you up with those teeth.
And so, where does Hipley come from? Also, his name is Hipley Swipes.
Yep.
Which is a dumb pun I made up also in like 5 minutes.
Pun might be generous.
Because Wesley Snipes played...
half vampire.
Played Blade. Yeah. And I was like, what's a dumb fucking name? And Hipley Swipes because he dual wields daggers and throws them.
Yeah.
That's his whole thing. He's a soul knife rogue. And Hipley doesn't know where he comes from.
Yeah.
He just woke up in the Undercity, basically, beneath the capital of the setting, and that was just from the moment he was like able to form memories. That's just where he was, and he was just Gollum down there for a while until he just went to the surface and he started learning and like watching people, and then he also inexplicably has memories of another hippo man, and he has no idea why the fuck that is, and it's my other character, Dick Dixon.
Yeah,
there's a whole reason for that. It's a secret origin story. I worked it out with Kevin. It's
okay, hell yeah. Don't tell me. I like this.
Yeah, it's a whole. It's supposed to be a whole thing down the line, but Hipley has these weird fucking memories of Dick Dixon, who also the joke with him was that he was a 1930s detective hippo man.
Yeah.
So like noir. So he has no idea why he has that, but he just taught himself how to do everything basically, and then he just became a knife for hire. And he doesn't actually really care about money or anything like that. He instead fell in love with candy.
That's right.
Yes.
He likes sweets.
Technically, he became a hedonist assassin.
Yeah.
Where like the joy that he gets out of it is like all that can be valuable.
He grew up in the sewer eating like slime and bugs.
I would say probably my favorite part about Hipley being a Dampier, and I would say probably my favorite part about Dampiers, is the climb speed.
Oh my goodness.
The fact that
You just automatically get a climb speed.
I love so much that he has a climb speed, because Mario has taken that fact and ran with it, because
So much
Hipley
fun.
is constantly just ghouling around on the wall and the ceiling, just
Nosferatu,
cackling madly as he just
One
going
more
around.
level, I get free spider climb.
It's so good.
I don't have to use my hands anymore.
So if you just imagine a man with a slender man with Mooding's face ghouling around on the wall, throwing soul knives at people.
Well, I don't have access to
Not
that yet.
yet,
One more level, but Hipley is chaotic evil, and I run with that as hard as I fucking can.
He does.
He is-
I don't know what the fuck he's gonna do.
I usually don't either. And I've taken it to, like, I will literally flip a coin to see how he reacts to a situation.
Yes.
And ask someone else to call it. And yeah, that's been really fun.
Ironically, he's only done good deeds so far.
Well, so also importantly, Hipley's motivated. He understands money as, like, what it is and why it's valuable, but he personally doesn't. He's not motivated by that.
Yeah.
He's actually pretty content as an individual, weirdly.
He can provide for himself.
Yeah, his encounter with Doyle the Droll, he just immediately threw a knife at him in the dreamscape.
Yeah.
Because he was like, you let me have these, so what happens if I do this?
And now he has an evil knife that has like goo from his dreams on it.
Yeah.
What could it be?
And because I can't not do a dumb voice, he talks like Richard Nixon.
Yes.
It's so good.
Why wouldn't he?
It's so good.
Hipley swipes.
I'm Hipley Swipes. Friend to all children.
He's friend to all children.
And yeah, no, Hipley likes kids. He does not harm children.
Yeah. So
It's been
far,
plot relevant.
so far it's been very helpful to the group. I mean,
It has.
he also is the only person to have taken or saved a life so far. The first thing that happened, they had like a little half combat on the very first session. That wasn't really combat. It didn't really matter, and I knew it wouldn't. Essentially, I brought in some guys who they didn't care for from the last timeline.
Another cameo.
And I wanted them to just be able to kill them and get them out of the way. And they did. They got them. And that was the first thing that has happened. However, also, there was a child drowning in the river that the guards didn't hear or see. Hipley just plucked him right out.
Because he's a GIF, I also get a swim speed.
So he has a climb speed, a swim speed. He can go anywhere.
Yeah.
No one is safe from Hipley swipes.
That's how he's been able to survive so long.
So he just dove right in the river and was like, all right, I'll meet you guys over there. And then there's just a drowning kid. He's like, oh, here.
There you go.
And he gave him a piece of candy. He was like, stay away from the river, idiot. Like,
And then not only did he give her a piece of candy, he also gave her a knife.
oh, no, that was
That's a
different kid.
separate
Oh,
child.
okay. I was gonna say.
That was mafia bosses.
Yeah, I thought, for some reason I thought it was the same one. Okay, never mind.
Because that's one of Hipley's ways of getting information is he finds groups of children, which is any other character this would be extremely weird and creepy, and probably he's gonna kill them. But Hipley, no, he generally means no harm to the children. But he just throws candy at them, and then any of them brave enough to come and talk to him, he asks them to tell him something, and that's how we found the
you have
dude
any
dying in
tips
the
or-
alley was because the little girl told him.
I imagine the scene from It where he Pennywise is in the sewer.
Yeah!
But it's just a Moodang face Slenderman, and he's just throwing gumdrops out of the fucking sewer.
Candy.
And she said, "Yeah, that guy. There's a dying guy, and he's got a knife. And it's like I'm waiting for him to die so I can go get that knife." And I was like,
Yeah.
and Hipley remembered that. And so after Harry killed him, he took the knife, and then he's a knife thrower, so he's extremely accurate. And he just threw it to her,
Yeah.
and it just went to the ground. And he tied a piece of candy to it.
Yeah,
and then she started
that's
chasing
his
her
new
friends
friend.
with a knife.
Yeah.
Yeah, wholesome, friendly fun.
That paid off huge down.
Yeah. We thought, oh, what has Hipley done? He is. What the fuck? You can't give children knives.
Friend all children.
She was going to get the knife either way.
I mean, apparently
She wanted it.
she really did.
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun. A lot of fun making stupid things.
Yeah, it's been a good campaign so far. We just entered our first dungeon before the head trauma happened, and that was an interesting thing. One of the encounters we had was basically we have to go into this manor and like sabotage this noble house.
Yeah.
And so we were all trying to figure out ways to get in there, and so I decided, I'm the bard. I'm kind of like the face / distraction. That's what I'm good at. So I decided to impromptu a bardogram to this building.
Yes.
And I just kind of knock on the door with my cute little rabbit self, like, oh, hello, who's the birthday boy? And then Kevin roleplayed it that 2 of the guards were just fucking jackasses. And like, oh, yeah, it's this guy right here. He's the fucking birthday boy.
Get him.
And so I just started singing the birthday song from regular show. Because it's the best birthday song. And I can't do happy birthday because of copyright reasons.
Yeah.
That's one of the funniest things about the birthday song. It is like one of the most heavily protected copyrights in the world. You cannot just sing happy birthday. You will get blambasted with legal fees.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, ridiculous. So I ended up singing up the different birthday song from regular show. And yeah, I just started doing that while all the other party just crept in and like slid in.
It was just a regular show bit. Like everyone was just like, I literally just crawled across the ceiling because I can't believe you could just do that.
Cool ass motherfucker.
Well, it worked out really, really well that you can just climb across the ceiling because
It solves so many issues. It's
Climb speed, it's really opened my eyes to like Dampier is definitely a very powerful option because being able to just ghoul around like that, impeccable.
It also, at least in my mind, one of the good. I'm the kind of DM who will say yes to basically anything because I want you guys to be able to play with all the toys. We have this big box of toys, and half of all gameplay is just saying, and you're not allowed to play with those ones ever.
Yeah, it's a lot of DMs run their tables, yeah.
And, that can be fine and fun. Like, I mean, I've played D&D under other DMs where that is, like, more the case, and it's always still fun. But I want you guys to be able to play with the toys you want to play with. And the thing that I think will pull back on that is, one, I've been getting some assistance on, like, combat design so I can actually properly challenge you guys. I've been studying under Brody's tutelage for a little while. He's pretty good at actually.
He's a meticulous dungeon master. He plans and prepares very well.
Been studying him.
And it's nice to play in his campaigns because he never hands us anything.
No.
We have to earn and eke out everything we do to the point that we've had a lot of close calls, but it's never like cruel.
Yeah.
He's never done anything.
He's not fucking
cruel
us
to
over.
us.
By
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's just providing an actual challenge that we are skilled and intelligent enough to overcome as long as we think about it.
If anything, he just gives us enough ropes to hang ourselves.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like, why did you go down the obvious Indiana Jones trap hallway?
Yeah, there's an Indiana Jones trap hallway, and then I steal the treasure.
For it.
I steal the
So
treasure
easy.
and fly out faster than everybody else.
Hey.
Yeah.
Okay, the ceiling's falling.
I left them all to die.
Yeah. But because I am too tricksy to kill, we survive.
Yeah, God bless, dude. Like, you always need a Kevin in your party to have his adamantium frying pan.
You know what has been like the most flattering thing? So I'm not good at D&D and or any real board game, strategy game, because the rules slip from my mind pretty quickly in like the nitty gritty of it. I've got butt brains for that. However, I am Brody said, and this makes me very happy, I'm impossible to plan around because of my shenanigans. Because I like being a wild card that's very clever. It makes me feel happy. I'm not going to be good enough to beat you at playing this game. But I might be good enough at being silly and clever in a way that you're not expecting. And Brody has a couple of times now made mention of, and I had to plan this around Kevin. And every single time that warms my heart so deeply. There's no higher praise that I could be receiving.
It's a good feeling.
It's so wonderful. And I've had to plan a little bit around you guys, but my ability to do so is limited. So I'm like, I'll just be silly at them with some of these D&D things. And so like we had that little baby half combat in like the first session. Otherwise, we haven't had a real combat yet.
No, it's not yet. It's an almost all RP.
Yeah, and I hope you guys would have
I've been having
a great time with it.
Granted, I'm biased because a huge part of the role play. So one of the first things that happened...
Stabbing him in the dick.
Yeah.
That was Hibley's introduction, by the way. He got bored of everyone talking, so he just threw a knife at the robot.
Yeah.
And then everyone was just like, what the hell is that thing? Because he's just up on the ceiling.
Just on the gluing in the ceiling.
Then it became a horror movie.
Being a creep. It's being a terrifying vampire man. But one of the first things that happens is we need to figure out how to sabotage this house, Calcanus.
Yes.
And so I decide to go with Maltharion into the Adventurers Guild and to get registered, to kind of like put on a front, like,
we're just adventurers.
Yeah, we're just adventurers. Yeah, we're not doing anything for Battlesog or nothing, haha. And then I forget, was that when I pretended to be going up to Carcastiss? Or did we go into a different building after that?
So when you were in the Adventurers Guild, you guys talked to a man at the bar, Voxid, who was the
Dirty Murmo.
Yeah.
Yeah. My character's races against followers of Mermilithris.
Who's the god of the duel in the pit. He's very popular amongst the dwarves, but also like...
They keep throwing rabbit people in the pits.
Part of their religion is like cockfighting. It's
really cute to make the rabbits fight.
Yeah, and those are people.
Yeah, we're people. We're people too, but they take great enjoyment in watching our bunny brains get bashed in the arena. And Raberta takes issue with this,
which is sensible.
Yeah.
And then later, you guys went. There's like a huge tower, like office building in this town, which is like a record building / a building built by a guy who was from the other campaign. And then that is when you lied. To go up into the building, because you guys wanted to go up like 10 floors on this building to look down on the manor house below.
That's why you went in, so we can get a bird's eye view.
Yeah.
And so to be able to get access to the upper levels, I flick my ears back and I say, I actually belong here. They're expecting me. They're expecting the guy asked, are you guys here to bring the package? And I was like, yes, I have the package. I'm the messenger. I'm important. And Maltharion just kind of rolls his eyes and is like, oh, this fucking bitch.
Yeah.
And so we just get free reign to walk upstairs. And we go up a few levels and we're looking around. And then we get bagged.
Yeah.
We get bagged quick. And I'm making a big fuss about it. You can't do this. Do you know who I am? Unhand me. I'm royalty. I'll have your head on a platter. All ineffectual, baseless threats. Right.
Baseless threats and obvious lies.
Yeah, and obvious lies. And then we learned that the big shot up here is named Carcastiss.
Yeah.
And so as I'm being bagged, I'm like, oh, well, Carcastiss is going to have your head for this. Oh, I'm an important guest. You better let me go right now. And
you'll never guess who bagged them.
Yeah, and then as the bag gets removed from our head as we enter this room, a blue tiefling turns in his chair and begins. Kevin, why don't you give the introductions here?
So they are unbagged. They are like sat in chairs forcibly by like 8-foot-tall demon women in like suits of armor that are like built to look like, like a business suit.
I love it.
And they're being held down at the shoulder. And he turns around. He's got like one curled horn on one side, and the other side is like a broken horn with like a gold cap on it. And he says to them, "We have been connected by the gossamer threads of fate. You have knotted yourself with mine own. By your trickery and lies, you have presented yourself falsely on a mission of my own purpose. And here you are with nothing for me. You were supposed to deliver a package to me. You lied. Who are you and what are you doing?"
And then I say, I didn't lie to you. I did come to deliver a package. And he kind of looks at me crossways, like, what the fuck are you on about, Rabbit? Yeah. And I say, the package was me.
And he basically is like, that's stupid and I don't want you. What he is waiting for is every day his daughter who goes to play in the park with her friends every day she goes to the restaurant right across the street from here. It is one of the nicest restaurants in all of Anvar, the city in which we currently dwell. It is called Dubikuzo's. She is to bring me my lunch every day. She is given the flights of fancy, and I know quite easily distracted, and I, being a doting father, cannot possibly scold her for her misgivings and doings and forgetting this mission. However, you said that you had it for me, and you have nothing, and my blood sugar is quite low. So essentially, he basically said, you guys are going to go get my lunch, or I'll simply kill all of you.
And I'd also like to note, when I did my little bit about not lying that I'm the package, he had one of his hellwives shake me.
Yeah.
Shake me very violently.
Shake him. Shake her. Yeah.
Immediately, when Kevin started doing the voice, I was like, man, fuck off. Like, God damn it. But specifically, I don't know if it was that meeting or when we met him again. You were just like, hellwives, take them away, and it was just like the way you said it. It's like the fucking the interdimensional cable, like demons, kill them, like give a shit. Like, that whole situation killed me.
Yeah, I quite enjoyed.
And that was
Carcastiss.
Doran Carcastiss. He's a mob boss in the area, and I should have told you guys this at the time. I sort of forgot to. He runs like brothels that essentially use lust demons and devils as like the prostitutes, and they're being paid in like corrupting your soul. So it's a
win-win.
It's a real profitable business for him. And they had to go down to Dubikuzo's, and
we had to make sure that we weren't seen leaving this building or entering through the front of either of these buildings.
Yes.
We had to not
it is a
make
secret.
it obvious. It's a secret op. No one could know. And as we leave through the back door, we encounter an unfortunate man smoking
Taro.
some wizard weed.
Yeah.
And he's not having a good go of it.
Taro has had too much, and they immediately clock this. They essentially do the Eric Andre nightmare. Like, you're high. Everyone knows.
I literally do nightmare.
They immediately just start bullying this guy who's done nothing wrong.
Yeah,
like he's just a guy. Like
he just tried too much weed.
His crime was just being there.
He was just high and present, and they were like, "Get his ass, bully him, and don't stop." So. I am really struggling not to just spoiler a whole bunch of things.
Yeah, I know. I can tell. I can see it. He wants it bad.
One of the other things that is occurring. So, one of the first things that happened that, like, the dead guy in the alley that they were talking about, that they got a deed off of, they were able to puzzle out, okay, there's, like, a police setup down the road down there, and also a man bleeding out in the alley here. And they pulled the deed from him, and the deed that he had was kill everyone who has read this deed. And so Harry, Rob's character, quickly rolls that back up, puts it in the pocket, and tells everybody verbally what it says, and don't be opening up deeds willy-nilly. Because one of them might say, kill everyone who's read this, and we will have to make some choices then, won't we?
Yeah.
And so they go down to the crime scene as well, and they find... the other two characters from Raberta's party. We have Bastian Tessard and Bruce Leroy. Mm-hmm. And I've decided to make Bastian Tessard in this sort of like a Woody Harrelson type of investigator cop man with his partner, Mr. Leroy.
I love it. That's such a good crime duo. That is such a good crime duo.
Karate Man, who is essentially just our friend Josh.
Yeah, I love it.
And then like a vaguely southern...
6'3" dreads.
Yeah. Yeah.
Every time.
He stays on feet. He stays on feet. Love that guy. But they find like the remains of the rest of that party that had that deed. And there's only 3 corpses, which means counting the one in the alley, there's still that's only 4. Each of these vulgar alliances are 5 people.
So we got 100-man down.
So they have the suspect in custody, but I do really like the idea. In my head, it's very funny that like everybody like when their groups were like brought together, like Doyle the Droll appears to them. He's one of the generals of Bawazog, and he explains that you will need to complete this deed, and everyone reads their deed, and then they all just start stabbing each other. As hard and as fast as they can. They can't give anybody enough time, but one of them was still survived and was taken into custody. And there are a couple people now that are in the jail, and I really want you guys to go to the jail sometime. There's no hurry to it. But there are a couple characters that, by things happening in the background, are going to be in the jail. I'm real excited for it.
One of the other deeds that we came across is when after I got shaken by Carcastiss' Hellwise, he mentioned he was having a bad day. One of the reasons he was having a bad day was they found a gentleman who was hiding in his walls.
Yeah, just in the vents.
And they confiscated all his stuff and threw him out, and so naturally I was like, oh, let's go to the Lost and Found and steal his stuff. And so we did.
Yeah, his belongings are down at the front desk. Take whatever you want. I have no desire for his personal effects. I simply wish to strip him and throw him in the street to humiliate. And I mean, he called his dirty cops on him to arrest him too.
Yeah.
So
we ended up confiscating his stuff, and he had some goodies, including one of the deeds.
Yes.
And that deed was hide unobstructed for 10 days.
Unseen 10 days. Nobody can see you.
Yeah. So we'll have to figure out how to accomplish that at some point.
Which, my immediate reaction as Hipley was just like, I could do that standing on my head. Like, it's just...
He really could.
He's so ready to just,
Just go into the corner somewhere and just fucking...
He could just chill,
Meanwhile, this group was like, okay, I'm going to hide in the vents of the mob boss's building.
Yeah, not a good idea.
I think it'll go great.
I think the investigation is going really well, guys.
I have a bunch of stuff planned, and I really want to tell you guys so much about it. So part of the thing, when they were told, like, you were each given a deed, they were told that there's 30 other teams, which means I needed to think of 30 other deeds. And at the time, I had really thought about, like, 5 to 10. Because the likelihood of you guys seeing every single deed is basically 0.
Yeah.
However, this was one of the most fun, easy to fill out, like, the city and quests and things that you guys can do. Because every single deed, like, leads to, like, a story thread.
Mm-hmm.
And I could just make them all fit together. So you can do, like, any amount of them and, like, whatever. But by virtue of this quest saying you need to go there for something, means something has to be there. Which means that I can make a specific thing there that's related to this, which also needs to be over here, because this deed says that there's something over here. And if you guys are ever having any trouble trying to populate, like, a world, side quests are just the bee's knees for coming up with what must be in this place.
Yeah.
The course of this campaign is going to be heavily, like, the city is going to change as the days go on, because there's 30 teams of dudes trying to do various evil bidding for a wizard. So it's going to, like, people are going to notice.
And I also like it. It's such a good plot hook, because by the end of us being initiated into Bawazog's army, there's 5 other rival teams for us to deal with that we may or may not have either fucked over or impressed in our shenanigans.
Exactly.
Oh, something we didn't mention is the flaws.
Yes, so...
Oh, yeah.
So flaws is a concept that's been in D&D.
Yeah.
I don't really know how it works in 5e, if it's still really a thing. But basically, it's like the opposite of a feat, if nobody knows. And... the way it used to work in, like, 3.5 was the flaws were just, it was dumb as hell. It was just like you pick one and you get to take another feat, but they were like, weren't even that bad. It was like you just pick one that doesn't affect your character at all, basically.
Yeah.
And so
with this one, I wanted each flaw to be kind of an anti-feat rather than just a bad thing.
Yeah, it has, like, real stakes.
Yeah.
that's like the impression you get when you read them.
And he made one just for my character because he knows how I like to roleplay. And that flaw is Delicate Flower.
Yeah.
Where I basically have the opposite of the hardiness trait, or straightness, whatever it's called. Where
Toughness, I think.
It might be toughness. I have a less HP per level because of it.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so one of the flaws that I was going to give Raberta was going to be the curse that she got for selling her soul.
Oh yeah,
which was that she takes
I can't take no for an answer.
Yeah, if she's told no, she takes like 1d4.
I basically get hit with vicious mockery. Yeah.
Yeah, and if I had placed that on Raberta, along with this other flaw that is anti-toughness, Raberta would just have died by now.
I would have been.
And they haven't been in combat.
I would have been told no one too many times. My little heart would have just given out.
Yep. She's too delicate.
She's too delicate. Can't handle it.
And then I got Child of Night.
Yes.
Or Dark, I think. Because, obviously, I'm half vampire.
Yeah.
Which doesn't have any issues unless I'm in the sun.
Yeah.
And then it fucking sucks, and I basically can't do anything.
In the sun, he basically has flat disadvantage on everything, and his speed is lowered. Everything is just...
-2 all checks.
Yeah.
And, yeah, because it's... I get, like, a faux point of exhaustion.
Yeah.
Which exhaustion is... You get, like... You keep getting more points in, like, the new version. And it's like, with each point, you just get flat, like,
-2 to everything, yeah.
On every check.
And
on top of that, I have disadvantage.
If he's in the sun, he has disadvantage and one, like, faux exhaustion. And it's been pretty funny. I mean, he tried to, like, sneak around the entire, like, facility to try to get a peek at the manor that they need to infiltrate. And essentially, people just saw him.
It's like as soon as he hits the sunlight, it's just like it's like army crawling. Like, guys, I'm not doing too good.
My solution was to get him a parasol.
It's
which would that actually work?
You don't know yet.
No, we don't know, huh? Well, that's better than no.
That is better than no. Normally, I will say no if something's no, so you never know. Although I do say something that Rob hates so much.
Who can say?
Who can say? Rob got sort of invested in some of the plot details in the last campaign.
Yeah, he was really into it.
And he would be like, oh, this must be from this. And he would say it to me. And being the DM, in my heart, I want to tell him the truth. Because I want to tell him the funny story idea that I had. But as a DM, you have to be...
cagey.
Maybe.
Maybe. And what I would say is, who can say? And then now every time that somebody asks me a question that I don't like immediately confirm or deny, Rob will just yell at me, well, who can say?
It's good. It's real good. I need to start practicing ad-libs for my spells. Part of why I like playing a bard. I'm kind of a pretentious asshole when it comes to bard. I think to truly play a bard, you need to be able to sing and limerick. If you will not sing and limerick, then you're not really a bard.
You should be able to engage in the kind of art that your bard does.
Fair enough. Yes. I will revise my stance to that. You're part of being a bard is you're a flavor of artist, and if your character should express that in some way. If that's
conceivably, you could be a stripper. That's kind of what she was in the last campaign too.
A little bit, yeah, dancer.
She was a dancer.
Yeah, I did exotic dances, like a little bell dance.
But like coming up with like, oh, she does a bell dance that's about this thing is pretty similar to like, okay, if your character's always singing in limerick, then you should come up with a couple of those.
Yeah.
I agree for like role playing purposes, you should get into your character as much as you friggin' can.
Yeah, and bard is like one of those ones that's like designed to be extra.
Yeah, well, so being Hippily has been fun.
You have been excellent about staying in character. I've really enjoyed it.
So I was like, I weirdly put a lot of thought into like how he rationalizes things, or like with the way he processes stuff, and it comes down to he's sort of like an evil Bugs Bunny.
Yeah,
like
that's really accurate.
So like he's a very like silly person, but he's very functional too. Like he's very good at what he does.
Yeah,
he's extremely stealthy, and then like the knife throwing thing is I've done some stuff, but like he's not like particularly malicious, or like he doesn't just kill people for like no reason, that sort of thing. Or and like the Bugs Bunny thing is that like Bugs Bunny has to be provoked.
Yeah,
like that's like the start of all the Bugs Bunny episodes. It's like the Elmer Fudd or whoever did something to him.
Yeah, they're trying to kill him,
and now he's punishing you. And that's sort of like the way Hipley views it, is just like until you have like done wrong, or like the people he's around have designated you as like, oh, we're killing them. Okay,
yeah.
Like, but until then, it's just like whatever. Like he doesn't really care. Children are off limits.
I think we're almost wrapping up here. I do want to bring up one other thing. Not about our D&D, but we have a new campaign coming up with Brody that's going to be a 40K one.
Oh, baby, yeah. We're doing Imperium Maledictum. We're doing another round of that. If you haven't seen it, I've been posting our episodes of the previous campaign. So go ahead and check those out on our YouTube channel.
And now we have to think of funny voices and funny characters for the next one.
Oh, man.
I'm not going to do the French accent again. Ratco's definitely still like around and kicking if it's up to me.
Yeah.
You know? Warhammer is a heady style of setting where like, oh no, he was killed in an industrial accident off screen. And frankly, that can be said about almost any guy who isn't the Emperor.
Even the Space Marines.
Yeah.
The crane just fell right on top of him.
It was awful.
I don't know if I can top Truleman.
Truleman was great.
Oh man, what a great...
Well, because it hasn't concluded yet, but yeah, the series that he's been updating. But
yeah, we got one more episode.
Truleman, we found out. I didn't intentionally completely do it, but Truleman was broken as fuck.
Truleman was so broken.
God bless.
I also got an inordinate level of joy from singing "Breakfast at Tiffany's." I genuinely, I was thinking, I want to record a cover of "Breakfast at Tiffany's" where in the background, like one, it's going to be like a solemn cover. And I said, "What about breakfast at Tiffany's?" You said, "I think
It's
like,
super
I think
dramatic.
I could, yeah." And then, like in the background, you can hear it a little bit in French.
Which, if anyone doesn't get the joke, he's just Truman Capote, the author, and I thought it was very funny for a 5'3" man to be a frenzied berserker.
It's hilarious.
It's really funny.
And he talks like this. And he's just so soft, but he just has to slay it. He just has to kill them, burn them off with the Emperor.
Absolutely. MVP, deadliest member of our team by a mile.
By a mile. He's just smoking with his cigarette with his extremely long filter.
Yeah.
Got the Corella DeVille, stick.
And so the song "Breakfast at Tiffany's" is about people who should not be romantically together who have bonded over, like, well, at least we both enjoyed that movie, Breakfast at Tiffany's, based off of the book by Truman Capote. So I couldn't stop myself from any time there's a dramatic scene, like I wanted to do a musical cue. And I said, "What about?" And just imagining it as a heist movie, because the whole theme of that campaign was a heist movie where we got to do flashbacks. And
the scene where the wild card starts going buck wild, it just slowly fades in Breakfast at Tiffany's as he begins to swing his axe and start murdering people.
That was great. I've been waiting the whole time.
Having a theme song for a D&D, any tabletop thing, wow. I might try to be shoehorning that in a bunch more times.
I'm telling you, man, music helps. Having at least, it helps add another layer of zaniness to what's going on.
It was very fun.
I
appreciated it the couple times we played it during combat.
Yeah.
And with that, we're going to end tonight's episode. Thank you so much for listening. If you enjoy the nature of this content, go ahead and give us a like and subscribe on YouTube, and go ahead and give me a follow on Blue Sky. You can support us on our Patreon. I'd also like to give a special thanks to our sparring magus, Uncle Matty, and a super thanks to our fellow Scryers, MidniteGrimoire, GaryGoblino, The Greater Good Boy, Kinomajaro, and my mom.
Love you guys. Hope you guys enjoy playing D&D as well. Get onto the tabletops.
Bye. Yeah. Get on the tabletop with some friends and roll some dice. With that, have a good night.
Bye-bye.
Bye.